Migrating to Australia and Canada is not hard as you think. The Visa Center makes things easy for you. We offer different pathways: student visa, tourist visa, permanent residence, and work permit with PR. What separates the Visa Center from the rest? We are giving you free consultation and assessment. We have competent immigration consultant who will guide you all the way. Flexible payment schemes. Transferable application with no expiry contract. Our delighted clients who are now in both countries can vouch for our brand of service. The award we received this year is a testament of our passion and commitment to serve you better. And because we want to serve more people, we now have 7 branches in the Philippines: Cabiao, Nueva Ecija, Lipa, Batangas, Santa Maria, Bulacan, Gapan, Nueva Ecija, San Fernando, Pampanga, Ortigas, and Santiago, Isabela. We also have offices in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The management's commitment to provide excellent service spells the big difference. The Visa Center can make your dreams a reality. Call us now. Migrating to Australia and Canada is not hard as you think. The Visa Center makes things easy for you. We offer different pathways: student visa, tourist visa, permanent residence, and work permit with PR. What separates the Visa Center from the rest? We are giving you free consultation and assessment. We have competent immigration consultant who will guide you all the way. Flexible payment schemes. Transferable application with no expiry contract. Our delighted clients who are now in both countries can vouch for our brand of service. The award we received this year is a testament of our passion and commitment to serve you better. And because we want to serve more people, we now have 7 branches in the Philippines: Cabiao, Nueva Ecija, Lipa, Batangas, Santa Maria, Bulacan, Gapan, Nueva Ecija, San Fernando, Pampanga, Ortigas, and Santiago, Isabela. We also have offices in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The management's commitment to provide excellent service spells the big difference. The Visa Center can make your dreams a reality. Call us now.
Okay, so hello guys. Ayan, good morning. Happy Saturday sa lahat ng mga viewers natin dito sa Middle East. Yan, lalo na po sa United Arab Emirates. And of course, sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin dyan sa Pilipinas, ayan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. So this is a very special segment na meron tayo kasi nga we will be introducing ang pagiging international student in Finland. Ayan, so sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin who are thinking of other options, di ba, na bakit, how about Europe naman? Ayan. So alam natin marami sa mga kababayan natin ang interesado na to know more about being an international student in Finland. So ano nga ba yung mga qualifications, 'di ba? Yung mga viewers ba natin, yan pwede ba ako? Ayan, or pwede ba yung anak ko? Pwede ba yung kapatid ko? Pwede ba yung kaibigan ko? Ito guys, kaya this is going to be very informative. Ayan, para po sa ating lahat. Kaya I'm requesting all the viewers to please do share our Facebook Live or better tag your family members and your friends who are planning na mag-aral po sa ibang bansa. So, we have a special guest later na ipapakilala ko po sa inyo. But for the meantime, while we are waiting for more viewers, ayan, sa mga nanonood sa ating ngayon, kindly mention guys if from which country you are watching. Yan, or kung nasa Pilipinas man kayo, saang probinsya kayo, or parte ng Pilipinas na nanonood ngayon para ma-shout out natin. Pero syempre, ito, for everybody's information lang, we are sharing po yung contact details ng ating branches in the Philippines. So, dyan po sa ticker, makikita po nyo yan. If you are watching guys sa ating Facebook page, and if you wanted to avail our free assessment and consultation, just message us directly po sa aming Facebook page na pinapanooran nyo ngayon. Okay? And tell us po kung kailan kayo available, anong oras kayo pwede for a 30 minutes or 45 minutes na free eligibility assessment and consultation. So during the consultation po kasi, our team will check your profile, diba? Kung qualified po ba kayo, if which pathway is fit or better for your profile, Australia ka ba or Canada ka ba, or how about Finland, di ba? So, wait lang. Tumutunog ang ating messenger sa ating screen. Anyway, ilang mga commenter na tayo dito. Sabi ni Joel Bartolini, or Bartolini, yeah, I think Bartolini. Sabi niya, may age limit po ba? Ayan, standby for that question. Ito, may mga viewers na tayo mga interested. Si Levi Lumakang. Ayan. So, pwede po ako. Ayan. So, alamin natin guys, no? Pero one thing is for sure, di ba, ang pag-aaral po as an international student or student visa in Finland is more affordable compared to other countries. Okay? Plus, syempre, malalaman natin ano nga ba yung mga programs na ino-offer nila and what are the student support na binibigyan nila for their international student. Alamin natin, especially for Filipino, di ba, ano ba to, may IELTS din ba dito? Di ba? Or pwede mo magsama ng family or ilang years yung mga programs na ino-offer nila. Ano normally ang mga benefits ng pagiging isang international student sa Finland. So, ito nakikita ko na sa mga viewers natin. We have viewers from our team, no? We have from Bulacan. Ayan, sa mga viewers natin from Nueva Ecija, we have Gapan and Cabiao. We are also live guys sa the Visa Center Batangas. Yan. Ang hindi lang po nakasama dito ay ang ating Ortigas branch. Ayan. So kasi nga every now and then nagra-rumble tayo, no. Ayan, but we have also Ortigas office. Then we have Cagayan sa Isabela. We have Pampanga. Ayan, and of course, in United Arab Emirates, meron po tayo sa Dubai. Yan, kung nasaan po ako ngayon. And of course, ang capital din ng UAE, which is ang Abu Dhabi. Ayan. Ito, may mga viewers na tayo nagko-comment na sila. May mga viewers tayo from Ramon Isabela, si Cel Montes. Ayan, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Ayan, I hope that all of you guys are okay in the Philippines, ha? Yan, si Miss Andrea, nanonood naman from Batangas. Yan, alam natin, medyo mainit dyan sa Pilipinas, pero may nababalitaan na nga tayo na mukhang magkakaroon ng low pressure area somewhere in the Philippines. So that's a sign na baka magiging rainy season na. Kasi nga dito sa Dubai or sa UAE, last week nga lang, no? Is it last week? This week? Yan. So parang dumanas din na matinding ulan. Ano? First ever na heavy rain after 75 years naranasan ng United Arab Emirates ang matinding ulan. And actually, the government has been like reminding everyone about this weather forecast naman. And kaya hindi rin nagulat ang karamihan. Pero na-surprise lang siguro yung mga kababayan natin na hindi namin in-expect na ganong klaseng ulan. Kasi dito kasi bihira ang ulan. So kaya naman, yung iba excited actually. But then, nung matindi pala yung ulan at sobrang baha, ang halos lahat ng area ng United Arab Emirates, medyo iba na yung kwento. But of course, the government is really helping each departments, no, to make sure lang na maklear na yung mga road, mawala na yung mga tubig, and a lot more. Okay. So now we have a lot of viewers na ngayon. Ano, nakakatuwa naman. Ayan, isang masayang Saturday afternoon dyan sa Pilipinas. Ayan, so make sure po na if you have questions or clarifications, make sure po to write in our comment section para po ma-entertain natin yan. So ano nga ba yung mga qualifications? Is it age? Kailangan ba more than 30 years old? Pwede pa ba sa Finland? Diba? Kailangan ba naka-graduate ng high school or at least how about kung naka-old curriculum pa? Ganon. And then how about yung tawag nito, yung employment, 'di ba? Meron bang support from this school ayan sa Finland kapag meron bang tinatawag nilang mga OJT na you not only just get an internationally recognized qualification or that certificate or diploma, you also get an experience. Kasi marami sa mga babae natin na nasa Pilipinas, maybe some parents are watching, na bakit we always recommend, guys, that if you are sending your kids, di ba, to college, then why not take an option na maging isang international student siya? If we are going to compute kasi, when it comes to investment, hindi naman nagkakalayo yung cost ng kailang tuition fees. But what's the advantage is that, of course, iba pa rin na nasa Europe nakapag-aral ang iyong anak, di ba? Second, meron siyang experience na nakuha during the time na nag-aaral siya. Plus, tingnan natin kung may opportunity rin ba to for next level na pag-stay sa Finland. Meron din bang PR ito? Yan, malalaman natin yan later on, syempre. Pero we're going to focus more on sa pagiging international student muna. Ayan. So dito, ayan, may mga viewers naman tayo from Abu Dhabi. Yan, si Sheila ay lagi nanonood sa atin yan. So actually guys, I'll be visiting Abu Dhabi soon for some big events along with some engineers na nandyan. So I'm actually looking for more collaborations pa sana with other professionals. Pero titingnan po natin, okay? Alright, so ito na, wag na natin patagalin. Ayan, I'd like to introduce you guys our guests for today. Ayan, ready na ba kayo? Okay, so i-ready lang natin ang ating background para malinis tingnan mamaya. Ayan, kaya sa mga viewers po natin, make sure po na naka-charge sa inyong mga phone. Yung mga naka-day off ngayon, please give us this 1 hour for you guys to at least know something special, di ba, na teka, bakit nga ba hindi ako mag-aral as international student? Ay, affordable lang din naman pala. Ay, sobrang daming benefit pala kapag nag-aral ako doon. Diba? Okay. So, let's welcome on our screen. And he is the Business Development Officer of InnoPath Philippines. Ayan. So, ang i-highlight natin ngayon ay ang University of Turku. So, malalaman natin lahat yan. So, let's welcome Sir Timmy. And hello, Sir Timmy. Good morning from Dubai.
Hello. Good afternoon, Sir. Good morning, Sir Juni. Good afternoon here from Manila. Sobrang napakainit ng pagtanggap. Salamat po sa pag-imbita sa akin dito sa today. And like what you mentioned, yes, sobrang init po ngayon dito sa Maynila. Pero kabaliktaran po na nangyari dyan sa UAE over the past few days, no? So I hope that all of you there are safe and dry now. You know, minsan lang naman daw dumaan yung nangyaring bagyo. So yun. Pero sana po lumamig din ng onte dito sa Pilipinas kasi ngayon po sobrang init.
Nakakatuwa nga kung titingnan natin kasi kami ang nasa Middle East pero yung weather namin, to be honest, April na we are expecting na sana medyo March, April simula na yan ng mainit pero medyo okay pa yung klima dito, but knowing nga yung mga balita dyan sa Pilipinas sa sobrang init, umaabot ng 40+ degrees. So kaya yan, ingat talaga.
Actually, just for just a bit of trivia. I used to be an OFW in Dubai back in 2008. So, yes po.
Familiar na sa amin.
Opo, naka 3 years po ako dyan sa Dubai. So, ramdam ko po yung init, especially pag summer months. So, sabi ko nga, bumabalik sa alaala ko yung init na naramdaman ko sa Dubai na, you know, naligo ka, and then 5 minutes later, gusto mo na maligo uli.
That sounds familiar para sa atin lalo na dito sa minsan na kahit madaling araw na paglabas mo inangangati yung balat mo dahil sa sobrang init. Pero sa Finland, syempre usapan natin Europe to be a different weather naman yung nando na maaaring ma-experience sa mga international student natin. Pero
yes,
certainly,
definitely.
Bago ang lahat before we're going to share your presentation, ayan, can you tell us more about bakit nga ba excited dapat ng mga viewers natin na mag-aral dyan sa Finland? Ayan, baka may konting pa-highlight ka lang muna. Ano ba maganda doon?
Well, actually kasama yan sa list of reasons na i-represent ko, Sir Junis, para ma-entice yung mga viewers natin. Pero I also highlighted some reasons why people should begin to consider Europe as a study destination. Kasama din po yan sa presentation ko. Siguro obviously for practical or economic reasons, mas affordable mag-aral sa Finland. Okay? Yes, mas affordable Tapos syempre, yung cost of living din sa or maganda ang living situation sa Finland. Of course, they also boast of a very high quality healthcare system that residents enjoy there. Tapos of course, the scenery, Finland being one of the Nordic states in Europe. So, syempre, if you go back to history, magkakatabi na yung mga Scandinavian and Nordic countries. So, sobrang maganda ang klima doon. Hindi siya ganun hindi what's the word I'm looking for? Hindi ganun ka terrible pag dumating ang winter.
Okay.
So parang alam mo yun, may enjoy mo pa rin yung snow na parang just like how people or our kababayans would imagine, going to or probably thinking of staying in Canada, for example, or in Australia pag winter months. Although sa Australia kasi ang winter months nila doon parang may mga ilang states lang na nagsusnow pero it's more of like Tagaytay feels lang na sobrang lamig.
Malamig lang siya.
Lamig lang, yes. Pero sa Finland definitely may may 4 seasons doon.
Oo. Kasi tayo I'm sure yung ilan sa mga viewers natin can relate. Kasi if you think of Finland, ako at first iniisip ko teka lang cellphone di ba parang ano ba ang gawa ng cellphone with China or Finland?
Yes,
lang yung,
of course.
Knowledge natin pero this is a good opportunity guys para sa mga viewers natin na 'di ba makakapag-aral kayo as an international student sa Europe. So mai-enjoy mo doon. So ito acknowledge ko lang sir while you are preparing sir yung inyong presentation. Acknowledge ko lang yung ilan sa mga viewers natin. Yan sabi ni Trish Buscala watching from Tarlac City. Ayan, sa lahat ng mga nasa Tarlac dyan. Ayan, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. To Emelu de Guzman Bastilla, yan, nanonood naman siya from Marikina, Philippines. And of course, another one from the Philippines, si Ann Olivar, watching from Philippines. Okay. So ito na, we are reaching around 70 live viewers. Pero syempre, no, most of our viewers kasi talaga is mga bandang gabi pa. Dito sa United Arab Emirates, kasi nga ilan sa mga viewers natin at this time, may ilan na nagtatrabaho kasi. So mapapanood nila tayo mamayang gabi. So sa mga late tuners po natin, yan, if you guys have question, at syempre hindi kayo masasagot ni Sir Timmy, no? So don't worry po, our team will going to assist you. Just message directly ang Facebook page na pinapanooran nyo. Okay? So may mga viewers tayo from Japan. And of course, sabi naman ni Michelle David, M-Spy. Oh, hello, Miss Michelle. Isa sa mga, mga known Filipino dito sa United Arab Emirates. Ayan, sa Avenue Hotel. Ayan, good morning. Ayan. So, Sir Timmy, you can share your screen para ma-share po natin sa ating mga viewers.
All right. Thank you, Sir Timmy. One moment, please. I will share po my screen now.
Okay, so while waiting for that, ayan, ito guys, sa mga kababayan natin dyan na gustong mag-aral sa Europe, ito po, international student in Finland ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon. So, unang-unang highlight natin dito guys, it's very affordable compared to other country. Yan baka mamaya, di ba, doon pala ang next na destination mo. So, ito na, I'm going to share the screen. So, Sir Timmy, I'll give you the floor. I'll be back po for our Q&A segment later on.
All right, thank you, Sir Juni. So, again, welcome everyone to our presentation today. So, thank you so much, the Visa Center, for inviting me over to discuss and highlight our partner school in one of the European countries that we handle, which is Finland. And over the next few minutes, discuss ko po about the school that we handle. But first, I'd like to give a brief background of who we are and basically what we do. So, my name is Timmy Pocong, and I'm the Business Development Officer of InnoFab Philippines. And to start with, who we are exactly. So, InnoFab is an education service provider that was created or that was formed in 2020. So kasama po kami sa mga pandemic startups noon sa education consultancy sector. Our company was founded by Mr. Jean-Baptiste Iguneri, a Frenchman and an educator by profession. So together with his Chinese partners, Mr. Daniel Shen and Wei Shanglo, they founded the company, and they started forming partnerships with some of the private institutions in France, and then eventually they branched out to other regions such as Portugal, Finland, Poland, and Spain. So they started recruiting Chinese executives to study in some of our partner schools in France, and then in 2021 they started to expand their markets, beginning here in Southeast Asia, specifically here in the Philippines. And initially, ang direction po ng InnoFab at that time was forming partnerships with the local universities and colleges here. But this year, the company decided to change its direction and began to work with local agencies here in the country, like the Visa Center, since the market is or they have access to the market, which is kayo pong mga kababayan natin, no, na who are also looking for a better life and a better opportunity, and who wanted to pursue going to Europe through the international student pathway. So That's basically the summary of who we are. And so, like I've said, currently we have over 10 to 12 partner schools, mostly in France and in the other countries that I have mentioned, no? Finland, Poland, Portugal, and Spain. So, yan po ang overview of our company and ano po yung basically yung background namin. Okay? So, sa next slide ko po ay basically gusto ko muna po kayong bigyan ng konting infographic, no, about the content or continent po. So, kasi for some of you, mostly ang familiar kayo na lugar to pursue, or to think of as a study destination or what they call the Anglo-speaking or the English-speaking countries such as Canada, the US, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. Excuse me. But hindi pa natin or some of us have yet to figure out ano bang meron sa Europe or ano bang alam ko tungkol sa Europa, except for one of the destinations that we would like to go as tourists, di ba? So to give a brief background, the European Union or Europe or the European Union consists of 27 member states. Kasama na po dyan ang featured country natin, which is Finland. Okay? So, dati kasama ang United Kingdom sa European Union until they decided to leave the Union 4 years ago in February 1st, 2020. So, alam natin siya, kalat yan sa news all over the world as the Brexit. Bakit Brexit? Because it connotes the British Empire exiting the European Union, hence Brexit. Okay? Pero before, kasama sila sa European Union. And then, ito ang interesting fact then, out of the 27 member states of the European Union, only 25 member states form what we know as the Schengen area. So, doon sa mga nag-a-apply ng Schengen visa to go to visit Europe and to travel to its nearby countries. So, alam niyo, naririnig po natin yan. So, there are 25 European Union states that form the Schengen area. Dati po, 23. Pero, kamakailan lang po, napagdesisyonan ng entire union na i-include ang Bulgaria and Romania to be part of the Schengen area territory. So, yan po. Currently po, the President of the European Council is Mr. Charles Michel of Belgium. So, I think siya po yung President ng Belgium. So, yan po. And, okay, now, bakit nga ba why choose Europe as a study destination? So I can give you 7 reasons why. Okay, first, studying in Europe is a career boost. So as mentioned by Sir Juni earlier, ano ba parang pag ikaw ba ay nakakuha na or naka-earn ng certification from a European institution, will it help elevate you in terms of your career? Definitely po. Malaking boost sa career when it comes to work opportunities if you decide to study in Europe and earn a degree from any of the institutions within the European Union. Second, Europe offers world-class education and research. So, dekalidad po ang edukasyon na makukuha ninyo or ng inyong mga anak if you decide to let them study in Europe. Very very high quality yung education na makukuha nila. At the same time, Europe or institutions in Europe offers a wide range of education options, and also they offer the lowest tuition fees. Later on, we'll discuss that when we move to our featured country. Makikita nyo po yung difference niya nung tuition compared to the tuition cost that we would normally hear from, learning institutions in the English-speaking countries. You'll see the big difference po. Of course, like as I've mentioned, because you have 25 member states that form the Schengen area, it makes it easy for international students to travel and discover the whole continent. So ang dalawang countries po na hindi parte ng European ng Schengen area ay Cyprus at Ireland, pero pareho po silang parte ng European Union. But for international students, mas madali na nasa Europe, na nasa continent itself, mas madali po silang makakapag-travel to other Schengen to other EU member states that reside within the Schengen territory. Okay. Another reason is Europe's higher education systems are well respected and aligned. So, if we are to compare yung education system ng mga English-speaking countries like Canada or the US or Australia, if you attain an education certificate from a university or college in Europe, it will be recognized everywhere. So kahit sabihin mo you decide to pursue higher studies in Canada, but you're carrying an education, a European-based education, it will be recognized, and it'll make it easy for you to pursue your studies sa ibang bansa. Okay? And last but not least, ito yung siguro I would say alis ng kaba sa mga estudyante or sa mga would-be students. You can actually study in English. So at least yon hindi siya problema kasi yung mga yung mga institutions in Europe, they have English delivered programs, and they have English faculty that can deliver the lessons, the syllabus, etc. in English. Okay, but of course, meron tayong set the proper expectations, which I will discuss in a bit. So, those are my 7 reasons why you should study in Europe. And I'd like to play a video. It's a promo video by the European Council highlighting Europe as a study destination. So let's watch this. Ayan. So, yan po yung promotional video ng European Commission. Okay. So, now that I have highlighted or given you guys a bit of infographic about the continent, we will now focus on the featured country for today's presentation or for today's talk, which is Finland. Okay. So, ano ba meron sa Finland? And ano ba yung dapat kong malaman about the country itself? So, Finland is the 8th largest country in Europe in terms of land area. Okay? Bali, nasa bandang norte siya ng kontinente ng Europa. Its borders touches Russia in the east. So, konting kibot na lang sa east, it's the entire country of Russia. Tapos, it also shares a border with Sweden in the west. Okay? And it is finally being separated by the Baltic Sea in the south. So, ang pinaka-neighboring country ni Finland sa south ay Estonia. Okay? It's also a European country. It's also a member of the European Union. Pero between Estonia and what do you call this, Finland is the Baltic Sea. Yan. So Finland is one of those Nordic countries, if I'm not mistaken. So you probably correct me if I'm wrong, if it's Nordic or Scandinavian. Pero magkakapit bahay na yan. You have Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Iceland. Yan. Yun yung mga yan yung mga tawag dito. Yan yung mga bansa na nagpo-form ng mga Nordic and Scandinavian countries. So for those who are history buffs katulad ko, yan. Yan po yung mga bansang yan na bumubuo. So the capital of Finland is Helsinki. It currently has a population of 5.6 million. And it has an area of about 338,462 square kilometers. Okay. Ang official language ng Finland ay dalawa, Finnish and Swedish. So you may be wondering bakit, aside from the fact na it shares the border with Sweden. Fun fact, Finland used to be part of Sweden long time ago. Mga centuries ago to be exact. So I think humiwalay ang Finland sa Sweden sometime 11th or 12th century, if I'm not mistaken. So ganun siya katagal. That's why dalawa yung official language nila. Okay? So as always, because they're part of the European Union, they all share the same currency, which is the euro. In terms of the form of government, the Finland's form of government is a parliamentary republic. So, ang head of state nila ay presidente, which is Alexander Stubb, and their prime minister is Mr. Petteri Orpo. So, if I'm not mistaken, yung president, siya yung sa internal affairs ng bansa, and then yung prime minister sa external. So, I think that's how their government works. Okay, so Finland boasts of many tourist structures, or many historical structures, and tawag dito, yung mga scenery or mga landscapes. Pero ang isa sa kilala na tourist destination sa Finland is the Helsinki Cathedral. So, yan. You may also check other historic landmarks that you can find in Finland, so that when you decide to go there, then you'll know yung tawag dito, yung mga lugar na mga interesadong lugar doon sa Finland. So 4 seasons din po sila. They have winter, spring, summer, and fall. So Finland is also home to many technology companies, okay? And sa mga hindi nakakaalam, sa mga Gen Zs na audience natin today, Finland is home of Nokia. Okay? So yan, sa mga kahenerasyon ko, millennials, boomers, Gen X, if you still remember yung mga Nokia phones po natin, tapos sasabihin natin, pag tinanong, galing bang Finland yung Nokia mo? Sabihin mo, yes. Yan po. So, Finland is the headquarters of Nokia and some information technology companies like Rovio Entertainment. So yung developer po ng game na Angry Birds and Supercell. So yung Clash of Clans, kung tama yung game. So marami mga IT companies na mostly based sa Finland. Yeah. Okay, so earlier, hinighlight ko kung bakit you should consider Europe as a study destination. No, now we're going to filter it down specifically to Finland. So why study in Finland? So Finland offers a world-class education system Finland offers a world-class education system. In fact, in 2019. Finland ranks third in the top global university system to excel in terms of math, science, and reading scores. So, ganon ka dekalidad ang education sa Finland. Okay? Of course, hinighlight ko na kanina kung gaano ka-affordable ang tuition rates sa Europe. Sa Finland, tuition fees are really affordable, with many universities offering generous scholarship to international students. Of course, there's also equality and freedom given to international students in terms of movement, in terms of whether they can actually work while studying, etc. At the same time, Finland offers a high standard of living that is manageable to students. So, ibig sabihin, you can study and live comfortably in Finland without having to worry about costs. Okay. Of course, if you study in Finland, you can actually, in terms of travel, it allows students access to other worldly travel destinations within the country, and at the same time, if you want to decide to travel to its neighboring countries, then of course you can do so without having to worry about applying for a visa or an entry permit to another country. Okay, because Finland is, like I've said, part ng Schengen area territory. At the same time, studying in Finland also offers or provides job opportunities for students, especially if you after finishing a program or a degree there. And last but not least, Finland offers pathways to residency, especially for international students. So upon completion of a program, okay, you can students will be granted a post-study visa that's good for 12 months, so that it'll allow students to find a job while staying in Finland without having to worry about possible deportation or any immigration related concerns. So once you find a job, then mas madali na mag-transition to a work permit. And of course, after I believe if you stay for 4 years in Finland, then it'll be easy for you to apply for permanent residency. All right. We'll answer more questions about that, but definitely I would recommend that you reach out to the Visa Center for any questions related to for any immigration or visa related concerns, so that our Visa Center team will be able to assist you in providing insight on what you guys need to know. All right. Okay. So 1 second po. All right. So I hope you can hear me po. Okay. So
yes,
now,
good po. Good yung audio natin.
Okay, thank you, Sir Julie.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So now I would like to introduce our partner school in Finland, which is the University of Turku. Okay. So the University of Turku, which is located in the vibrant city of Turku in Finland, is renowned for its academic excellence and innovative research. So the University of Turku is isa sa mga oldest public universities in Finland. So it's established in 1920, and it has a very strong international reputation. Fun fact, just to let you know, Turku used to be the capital of Finland before they transferred it to Helsinki. Again, that was centuries ago. Sobrang tagal. Sobrang tagal na nung history nun. But yeah, Turku was once the capital of Finland. Okay. So, University of Turku offers a wide range of undergraduate, graduate, and doctorate programs across various disciplines, including the arts, humanities, social science, natural science, and technology. And with a focus on fostering critical thinking, UTU provides students with a dynamic learning environment and opportunities for personal and professional growth. So, I would like to set the expectation ng mga kababayan natin na for today po, we are only going to highlight postgraduate programs na ino-offer ni University of Turku. The reason why is because si UTU bibihira lang pong magpalabas or mag-offer ng bachelor's programs. Okay, although for this coming academic year, not for this year pala. For next academic year, 2025, UTU will be offering 2 bachelor's programs po. So before we proceed, let me just play a video of a student's experience studying in University of Turku. Let's watch this.
Okay, so ito nakita natin medyo may problema tayo sa audio, no? But ito guys, para sa mga viewers natin, standby kasi I will ask from Sir Timmy to send me the link, yan, if possible, para we can play that later on.
Ayan po.
Okay, sige.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Sige, so you may go ahead. I'll download the video and then siguro at the end of the presentation, we will play this video.
Okay, sige po. Okay,
sige.
no problem. So, right. I thought it was playing on my end. So, pasensya na po mga kababayan kung you weren't able to play the video, but I've shared this with Sir Juni, so hopefully you can play it later. Okay. So, so merong 8 or 8 colleges or faculties within the University of Turku. So, they have the Faculty of Education, Faculty of Humanities, Law, Medicine, Science, Social Sciences, Technology, and the Turku School of Economics. So yun yung kanilang business school. So if you can see in the if you can see below, ito po yung entire layout ng University of Turku in Finland. All right. So, earlier meron po akong a bit of a disclaimer no about the academic year for University of Turku. Kasi po ganito, si University of Turku, ang kanilang intake offerings ay isa lang po per academic year. Okay? So, what I'm going to discuss are the programs that they offer, which will be available, or they are available, but for applications po, yung applications po ng admission will commence or this will be for academic year 2025. Okay. So, like I mentioned earlier, nag-o-offer po sila ng meron po silang bachelor's programs na in-open up for international students, but the following that I will be highlighting are master's programs po. Okay. So, University of Turku offers master degree programs in the following fields of study. That's economics and business administration, education, health and biomedical sciences, technology and engineering, so natural sciences, social sciences and humanities. And then yung bachelor's program na in-offer po nila currently are in the following fields: information and communications technology, and sustainable and social entrepreneurship. So more of a social science field po ito. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sir Timmy, I'll put you on hold. We're going to play the video. It's ready na.
Okay, sure.
Excite sila of the
Sige
school.
Pa.
Okay. So
Sige
let's watch
pa.
this.
All right.
All right, let's pause right there. Breathe in and out. All caught up? Good. Many students feel worried when they're planning to study abroad. And fun fact, that feeling is completely human. Lucky for you, University of Turku is here to guide you. Let's walk through the student life and climb the stairs together, shall we? Turku is about 2 hours away from Helsinki and can be easily reached by public transport. The university is next to the city center and has many buildings. The buildings have unique names, so you can find your classes easily. Each building has many areas where students and professors come together to share their knowledge. During your break, you can visit the university's cafeterias, which offer food and drinks for student-friendly price. Studying at the University of Turku will also give you plenty opportunities to meet new people and make friends along your way. Besides studying, it's also important to enjoy your free time. You can enjoy the nature or the local cuisine. But when you look back, you'll realize that you're the one deciding your future. You are the one that inspires others. And you are the one that took the first step. Welcome to the University of Turku.
Ayan.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Sir Juni, for uploading or for sharing the video.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Thank you, sir. Okay, so welcome back, mga kababayan. So ito po. So ito po yung mga programs or postgraduate programs or master's programs na ino-offer ng University of Turku. So under the under economics and business administration, we have the master's development program in future studies and in global innovation management. For education, we have a master's degree program in education and learning. For health and biomedical sciences, we have the Master's Development Program in Biomedical Imaging, Drug Discovery and Development, Human Neuroscience, and Master's Degree Program in Public Mental Health. For actually, ito pa, meron pa pala. So for Technology and Engineering naman, so this is a different faculty. We have the Master's Development Program in Food Development, Master's in Health Technology, Master's Development Program in Information and Communications Technology. And under this Master's Program, meron po kayong specializations na pwedeng yung pagpilian as your concentration. So you can choose between cryptography, cybersecurity, data analytics, robotics and autonomous systems, and software engineering. Okay, sa mga IT graduates natin na gusto mag-pursue ng masters sa University of Turku. So sa mga other engineering students naman, or graduates or professionals na, we have the Master's Development Program in Materials Engineering with the following specializations or concentrations. So you can choose between health technology materials, materials of energy technology, and modern industrial materials. Okay. For our mechanical engineering graduates or professionals, we have the Master's Development Program or Master's Degree Program in Mechanical Engineering with the following specializations. You can choose between digital design, digital manufacturing, and smart systems. All right, next is for natural sciences, we have the Master's Degree Program in Exact Sciences. At meron din po silang mga specializations that you can choose from. We have Astronomy and Space Physics. We have Chemistry of Drug Development, Materials Chemistry, Materials Physics, Mathematics and Statistics, and Theoretical Physics. And we have the Master's Development Program in Biosciences with the following specializations: Evolutionary Biology and Molecular Systems Biology. And lastly, under Social Sciences and Humanities, meron po tayong Master's Degree Program in East Asian Studies, European Languages, Cultures and Societies, and Inequalities, Interventions, and New Welfare States. So, more on sa mga, siguro pwede dito yung may mga history graduates or graduates ng political science or social science degree graduates, if they want to pursue these type of master's programs, they may do so. So just to to provide context, all master's programs offered by University of Turku are for 2 years. So 2 years po ninyo siyang kukunin, and like I've said, University of Turku only has one intake per academic year, which is August of like for academic year 2024, magsisimula po lahat ng mga nag-enroll na or mag-e-enroll pa lang, mag-start po ang klase August 2024 or late August 2024. So yung next cohort or yung next batch of would-be students ng University of Turku will may begin applying beginning January 2025 for the academic year 2025. So I think that's this should give you guys a lot of heads up and a lot of preparation. And of course, with the help of the Visa Center, you'll be able to prepare everything para by the time that we can start lodging the applications, then you have everything ready, and you have a firm decision of which program you'll be taking based on your consultations with the Visa Center, of course. And for bachelor's programs, which I have mentioned, they will become available for academic year 2025. We have the bachelor's program in Information and Communications Technology and bachelor's program in Sustainable and Social Entrepreneurship. So, of course, ideal dito yung mga senior, mga high school students or professionals or who happens to be high school graduates, so senior high school students din available. Ideal ito sa kanila, especially if dun sa mga senior high school students natin na nakatutok or under ng STE program, Science, Technology, and Engineering. So pwede nilang i-pursue din itong bachelor's in Information and Communications Technology. Yan, if they choose to study in the University of Turku. And yeah, in terms of pricing for the master's degree program ng University of Turku, and ito na yung isa sa mga exciting part. Ang kanilang pricing, okay, for each of the programs starts at 10,000 euros per academic year po ito. Okay? And some of their, I think with the engineering and some of the neurosciences, some of the neuroscience and biomedical science master's programs, nag-range po yung kanilang tuition at 12,000 euros. So ganun po siya ka-affordable. If we are to compare it with the tuition costs ng mga institutions sa English-speaking countries, mas although kasi yung currency, of course we have to account for that, pero kung i-convert po natin siya into pesos, I would say mas mura po talaga yung euro. So with the University of Turku and their what do you call this, their tuition costs, mura na po siya. Considering na public university po si UTU. Okay. So for admission requisites and requirements, for master's programs, definitely applicants must be a bachelor's degree graduate. Okay. And the documents, yung mga starting documents that we'll have to secure for admission are the following. So you have to prepare your diploma, your transcript of records, your resume or your CV, and for now, just for alignment ng understanding po natin about the requirements. Although on our end, we are also checking with the University of Turku if it is possible for us or if it's possible for them to recognize and accept yung tinatawag na MOI or certificate showing English as a mode of instruction from the college or university na pinanggalingan mo. Okay? I will coordinate with the Visa Center team and advise you if that's something that we can submit in lieu of the English proficiency test results. But for now, just for everyone's expectations, we will also have to provide English proficiency test results. So ano po ba yung mga English proficiency results na accepted by the University of Turku? So number one, we have the TOEFL IBT. Yung overall band score dapat is 90. That's overall band score. And then yung writing score, yung sa section, di ba, nung TOEFL results, the writing score should be 20 and above. Okay. The other one is the IELTS academic with an overall band score of 6.5 and a writing score of 6.0 and above. Okay. You may also submit either a Cambridge acceptance, Cambridge English application or Cambridge Test of English, yung tawag nila doon. So either you submit a C2 proficiency result or a C1 advanced Cambridge Cambridge test result with a pass mark of A, B, or C. So dun sa C2 proficiency or whether C2 proficiency or C1 advanced, dapat ang score or ang mark should be either A, B, or C. Okay? And lastly, Pearson Test of English. Ito pinakamurang test proficiency test proficiency English proficiency test resource. So PTE with a minimum score of 62 and a writing score of 54 and above. So ito po yung mga accepted English proficiency results na tatanggapin ni University of Turku. So again, I will keep you all posted, or the Visa Center will keep you all posted as soon as I am able to verify with the University of Turku if pwede nilang i-accept yung MOI certificate. Okay? Hopefully they will, kasi mas madali na yan, mas madali yan para sa atin, mas convenient siya sa atin as compared to, you know, having to prepare for the English proficiency test. Mibili ka pa kung ano yung mas mura, ano yung mas madalang ipasa, di ba? So we will keep you posted po about this. All right. So in terms of admissions, definitely, together with the Visa Center, you will simply submit all the required admission documents. Okay. And si Visa Center will work with us in terms of lodging the application. So kami yung magla-lodge ng application ninyo. But in terms of the submission of documents, you will have to course it through the Visa Center. So please book your consultations with them. So especially they have several branches that you can get in touch with. Okay, and then once we launch the application, the University of Turku will then review the documents, and we will keep you informed. Okay, the Visa Center and us will notify you if you have been accepted for the program, kasi the University of Turku will publish the results. Okay, they will indicate a date sa kanilang website kung sino yung mga nakapasa at sino yung mga eligible. Okay, so yeah, once you're eligible for the program, you will then be advised by the Visa Center to make the necessary down payment of tuition. Okay, and then the next step is to proceed in applying for your student visa. Okay, so you may ask, Sir Timmy, how much is the down payment? Excuse me. As far as the down payment amount is concerned, that's something that I have yet to verify with the university kung ano yung kanilang standard down payment amount, kasi po hindi rin po naka-indicate sa kanilang process kung magkano yung down payment. But definitely I will keep you all posted through our amazing folks at the Visa Center. So inform ko i-advise ko sila definitely kung magkano yung required na down payment, and then they will relate to you guys. Okay, so yes, that's it. So yun po ang aking munting presentasyon tungkol sa University of Turku. Hopefully po napukaw ko po yung interest ninyo, and you will begin to consider Finland as your next study destination, and target University of Turku as your school of choice. So mahaba-haba po yung preparation natin kasi next year yung application. So we have time to prepare, and we have time to save up for the tuition costs and everything.
Ayun. Thank you so much, Sir Timmy, for that wonderful and informative na presentation yan for University of Turku. So now guys, sa mga viewers natin, we will move to our next segment, which is ito na ang ating question and answer. Yan. So I saw a couple of questions kanina na parang gusto nila mag-apply na si Nino Albano, and then also we have viewers from the Philippines, si Henry Laron Marinas. Okay, so while waiting for other viewers na mag-write ng kanilang mga questions sa ating comment section, so Sir Timmy, these are some information na I wanted to to ask yan, lalo na po sa mga late tuners natin na nagbabalak talaga na mag-aral sila sa Europe o specifically dito nga sa Finland sa University of Turku. So number one muna, let's talk about the qualification again. So basically, yung mga viewers natin who are in the Philippines, mga kakagraduate lang ng K-12, o yung mga professionals na nandyan. Pero dito kasi sa ibang bansa, lalo na yung mga OFW, ang iba medyo may mga kaedad na, mga kabatch ko na kasing iba. So do you have like limitation when it comes to age? Meron ba kayong maximum age na ina-allow to enroll?
That's a good question, Sir Junida, and the answer for that is no. There are no age restrictions in Finland when it comes to pursuing studies. So hangga't kaya ng katawan, hangga't kaya ng isip, at kayang balansehin ang pag-aaral sa mga side hustles that you have, then you don't have to worry about age. Of course, the expectation din naman when it comes to studying is it will require a lot of effort, especially hindi naman kumbaga paano ba, if we're going to compare yung education system natin or yung college days natin sa University of Turku sa ibang bansa for that matter, mas tortured pa nga yung naging experience natin, di ba? I don't know if you'll agree with me here, Sir Junior. Ako, nung college days ko, talagang yung mga professors ko, kung ano-ano mga pinaggagawa sa amin just for us to get that grade that we deserve. So, sa ibang bansa, yung tinatawag nilang pedagogy or yung kanilang learning methods is kung ano yung kailangan mo for practical application in the workplace, yun yung nakapaloob doon sa mga units of study. So, you don't have to worry about, kailangan ko bang gumawa ng parang research, or although there will be research involved, there are more on case studies and such. I think there will be dissertations kasi it's master's programs. These are master programs that we have highlighted. So, yun, iba talaga yung, kumbaga, kailangan mo talaga magsunog din ng kilay. But again, as long as kaya ng isip, as long as kaya pa ng katawan, age is not a barrier for those who would like to study in Finland.
Okay, so that's good news para sa mga viewers natin. Pero ito, may dalawang question na dito na I'd like to read. So si Asi Lazaro, how long is the processing time ng study permit sa Finland and how much po yung fees? Okay, so yung process lang, sir, let's say, simulan natin dun sa fees. How much yung initial payment? Kasi kanina you mentioned about the course tuition fee, no? But for them to just start ng kanilang application dyan sa school, magkano yung requirement na kailangan yung i-ask from the applicant?
Okay. So, ipupull up ko lang yung ating pricing. So, share ko po para may idea tayo. So, what I'm going to share are the tuition costs. Pero at the same time, we also have to consider yung living cost that you will have to anticipate. Okay. So, ito po yung cost ng mga programs natin for yung mga master's programs po natin. So sabi ko nga 10 to 12K. So you have to prepare that for per academic year. So kung halimbawa you decided to pursue the master's development program, a master's degree program for let's say future studies, Yan. For more of a business program or economics masters. So prepare po tayo ng 20,000 euro. 20,000 euros and then in addition yung ito medyo ipepeg ko lang ng bahagya ng mataas So for cost of living 1,000 a month. So 24 42 lahat. 42K. Kasi po kasama na kaya ko po sinabi 42K kasi yan aside from your tuition, your your cost of living din po. Kasi ang official na information na pinrovide ng immigration ministry ng Finland is for international students yung solo lang. Ideally dapat pag 1 year ang master's program or 1 year lang yung program na kukunin mo, ideally you should carry about 600 euros per month as your or you should allot 600 euros per month as your cost of living. That should cover everything. Like that should cover everything that you need from yung housing to your living expenses, etc. Pero para lang din nasa safe tayo, mag-adjust mag-alat tayo ng konting allowance. So sabihin na natin 600. Pero in this case, inangat ko pa ng mas mataas para lang anticipate rainy days. So let's set aside 1,000 euros per month for your living expenses. That should cover everything.
Pero sir, for the enrollment, I mean, kasi yung first stage natin, yung mga interested applicants natin, they have to enroll first dito sa University of Turku.
Yes.
So for them to just get that enrollment document na yan, are they required to pay the tuition right away, or meron ba tayong parang partial payments lang na hiningi muna?
Yung in terms of the down payment, as I mentioned earlier, that's something that that we are verifying with our contact at the University of Turku kasi hindi po siya available sa amin at the moment. That's why sabi ko po kanina, as soon as I have that information, they'll definitely share that with you all, for everyone, because yun naman talaga yung importante din. Pero yung application fee din po, that's something that I will also confirm. But so far po, because we have an exclusive partnership with the University of Turku and tawag dito. Although kasi public university sila, then it's likely that they will also will also ask for application fees as part of the Pero definitely din, since kami po yung we work with them, we should be able to provide parang free or waived application costs for our kababayans din. So that's something that I will get back to the team visa center, or the visa center team, and that's syempre sa mga kababayan din natin. So standby po. I will get back to you po with that information.
Yeah. Pero syempre guys, sa mga viewers natin who are interested po, just book your appointment na po with the visa center team para you will get to know all of these informations kasi naintindihan natin this is also a big investment actually guys, kasi syempre alam niyo naman ang euro into peso nasa 60 plus ang conversion, but let's think of this way. This is an educational investment, so this will give you a better opportunity for your future plan, plus syempre a chance for permanent residency din doon sa Finland. Pero sir, yung long dito kasi tanong ni Asi kung how long yung pag-process ng study permit, kasi I believe this is especially for OFW, kasi if they are interested, so at least they know how to prepare, they know when to resign, Pero most probably this will like make around 6 months ba, more or less, or may posibilidad na mabilis din. Kasi kailan ba yung next na intake ng University of Turku?
So, the next intake po ni University of Turku is for academic year 2025. So that's August 2025. Isang intake lang po kasi ang ina-offer ni University of Turku. So, that said, like I've said, mas mahabang heads up po para sa atin. We can use this to our advantage. As far as the turnaround time for processing the visa is concerned, based on the information that I have, shouldn't be more than 3 months at the most for the visa to be or for the residence permit to be issued. Yan. Tapos, in addition, parang meron pa sila yung tinatawag na D-visa. Ang bali yung purpose ng D-visa na yan is parang it allows the holder to be able to come early to Finland kahit hindi pa nagsa-start yung class. Hindi pa nagsa-start yung class, hindi pa nagsa-start yung effectivity ng permit, ng residence permit. So, yan pwedeng i-apply ni student. Pero kung hindi naman siya nagmamadali, then he or she can simply wait for the student visa to be issued, tapos pwede naman na siyang mag-fly out before mag-umpisa yung klase.
At least it will give them more time to prepare, no? Siyempre kung saan sila pwedeng lumipat officially. Pero ito, another question from Reseline. Ayan, sabi niya, anong pwede kong kunin kapag architectural graduate ako? So any recommendation, ano yung course or program na pwede take if architecture graduate siya?
Good question po, no? Well, we can... Let's see.
Pero normally kasi, and para sa mga viewers natin, if you're going to study kasi abroad, ayan, lalo na for international student, you have two options kasi. It's either one is aligned to your future plan. Kasi let's say, architecture graduate ka, but you wanted to open a business, then you can apply for any course. Pero if not naman, if you wanted it should be something related to your previous education background, then better to take yung parang mag-level up ng iyong career.
Right. So, or ano po? Or yes, agree, Mr. Juni. Or if you are passionate about a particular field of interest na gusto mo kong i-enhance yung knowledge mo about it, then pwede mo siyang like for example, siguro sa question ni Ma'am, no, archi graduate siya, pero sometime in her life nakapag-invest siya ng time to learn let's say to learn programming, for example. Then from there pwede naman po niyang i-pursue, let's say pwede po niya i-pursue yung MDP in Information and Communication, tapos mag-focus po siya siguro sa data analytics. Yan, kung mahilig siya kung mahilig siyang mag-analyze ng data, then pwede po yun yung maging concentration niya sa Masters in ICT.
So parang magkakaroon siya ng management skills kasi parang professional na siya as an architect. At least ito additional knowledge yung para sa kanya how to manage. Pero sir, talking about about sa mga viewers natin they are, kasi you mentioned in your presentation that they are allowed to work. Meron bang rule then if they say how many hours are they allowed to work in a week or in a month?
Good question. So international students are allowed to work for an average of 30 hours per week. Okay. Now, what you guys need to remember is that aside from your 30 hours per week na you're allowed to work part-time, yung programs po ninyo kasi whatever programs that you may choose may also include yung tinatawag na work-study placement. So, work-study placement sa Canada, ang tawag nila doon, co-op. So, parang internship. Okay. Now, what's the difference? So, for mostly in Europe, especially like gusto ko lang mag-cite ng example no, sa France. Sa France, ang internship nila bayad. So, yun yung kailangan i-account ng student na magpa-part-time. So, if your program includes a work-study placement, which will likely have a paid internship, dapat yung hours mo doon sa internship and yung part-time mo should not exceed more than 30 hours at the end of the year.
Okay.
So
30 hours in a year.
No, 30 hours per week. Pero because merong merong work study placement or internship yung program, and most likely it's also paid, then dapat yung work hours mo for the intern na bubunuin mo during your internship and yung part-time mo should not exceed 30 hours.
Ayun.
Or more than 30 hours.
Oh, so that's a good number of possible time for our students na makapag-aral sila doon, for them to support their studies as well. Kasi based on dito nga sa online, I'm actually searching. Ito guys, just for you to have an idea how much yung income doon if in case. So we are just talking here about conversion muna. So in peso, parang nasa around 62 yung conversion ng 1 euro.
Mga 59 dito actually.
59?
59 to 60 ganun.
Oh, pero normally kasi ito, just for you to have an idea lang, let's say for teachers to nasa 4,200 euro per month yung salary nila. Yung mga drivers to nasa 3,300 euro. So do the computation guys. Pero as an international student kasi you will be working part-time. So yun nga, it's a very good number of time pala kasi 30 hours combined yung yung OTT mo at saka yung part-time job mo. Pero certainly, how about the school? I mean, papasok pa sila every day or may certain days, number of days lang in a week?
Yung syllabus kasi, yun yung ito lang yung medyo hindi available sa website ng University of Turku, pero hindi naman sila required ng hindi naman silang required na like mag 5 times a day na nasa klase. So naman yun. Meron silang what I call this, may sinusunod silang syllabus. So like for this academic year, kasi I was trying to get like a copy or trying to download like a copy nung course or nung program schedule nila for this academic year. Hindi lang siya available at the moment. So hindi ako makapagbigay ng visual on what the day-to-day looks like for international students. But since this is a master's program naman po, no? So hindi naman po siya like everyday kailangan pasukan.
Definitely kasi master's na siya eh. Hindi naman kailangan na parang yung regular college days lang.
Opo.
Okay. So, ayun, I think guys, para sa mga viewers po natin, make sure po na right after our Facebook Live, panoorin niyo po yung full presentation ni Sir Timmy kasi nga you will get to know more about Finland, about Europe. Yan, ano yung mga benefits sa mga international student doon at ano yung mga programs, syempre, and tuition fees na ino-offer, syempre, ng University of Turku. But just a reminder, ayun po, so far, they are offering the most affordable tuition fee if you are planning po to study talaga in Europe. So, I'm encouraging everyone, please make sure po to message or contact our team. And po, if you wanted to avail our free eligibility assessment and consultation, para po matulungan namin kayo. And then we will connect you with your team, syempre, para po matuloy yung pangarap nyo na yan. Pero sir, last question na lang, kasi kanina, just to give a summary, no? Definitely, yung mga viewers natin, kailangan nakagraduate sila ng bachelor's degree in the Philippines kapag master's na. Second, kailangan po may English test na requirement Although nasa presentation din natin yung mga ibang options na kakailanganin nyo. Kasi guys, this is master's course na so alam naman natin, easy na yan para sa mga Pilipino. And we have review center partners naman that can give you guys a less or a discount when it comes to taking itong mga English test na kakailanganin nyo. Plus, yung option nga na right after you graduated po dito sa University of Turku, and they will allow you naman to stay for 12 months, di ba, for you to get a job or maybe to process for your permanent residency at kung ano-ano pa. So that's a very good opportunity for everyone, di ba? And then next is you're allowed to work part-time as an international student. At saka syempre, very affordable ang cost of living doon. Medyo malamig nga lang talaga. Pero yung as per Sir Timmy explanation kanina, yung weather, yung lamig doon, hindi siya katulad ng ibang mga snowy country talaga na umaabot ng negative 23. So doon medyo mas light ng konti. And of course, kaya sa mga viewers po natin, if you have some, let's say, clarifications pa, feel free po to book an appointment with the Visa Center. So Sir Timmy, alam ko, lampas-lampas na tayo sa oras natin. Any last, ano na lang po, parang message sa mga viewers natin who are our future international student dyan po sa Finland.
All right. So before anything else, again, I would like to take this time to an opportunity to really thank you, Sir Juni, for having me here in your session. I'd like to thank the Visa Center team for having me today para po i-discuss at i-highlight po yung mga partner schools po namin with ENOFAP and to feature one of our partner schools in Europe. So siguro parting words ko, of course, now is the time for us to really consider Europe as a study destination, not just as a tourist destination. Alam ko po medyo intimidating, at least yun yung aking impression before about the continent, kasi sobrang sophisticado, sobrang dekalidad yung mga tao at yung uri ng pamumuhay. Pero if I were to start new opportunities, I would say Europe is relatively safe and relatively progressive. If I were to start a new life from scratch, I would choose Europe. Kasi especially Finland, kasi sobrang napakaganda nung lugar, naparaming opportunities. Sobrang very safe for to start a family, and at the same time mas maraming opportunities that will be advantageous for us, especially if you wanted to really settle for if you wanted to settle there permanently, if not deciding to be a citizen of the country, no. So yun, and hindi lang po Finland yung inaalok po ni ENOFAP together with the Visa Center sa inyo. Marami po may mga iba po kami mga countries na would like to feature with you folks. So fully, Sir Juni, sa susunod po nating sessions, we can highlight the other
options.
Yes. We can highlight the other countries, pero mas excited po ako doon sa dalawang countries na gusto ko pong i-discuss or pag-usapan natin sa susunod na session po natin. So, yun lang muna for now. Kung ano po yun, papaalam po si Sir Juni po ang bahalang mag-announce. Okay? But for now, we have a lot of time to prepare for Finland. If we're all set na, if we've already set our sights to Finland, we have a lot of time to prepare. We have a lot of time to be able to nail that application at the University of Turku, and definitely with our partnership with the Visa Center and yung aming collaboration together will definitely help you achieve that dream of becoming an international student in Finland. So that's it. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panahon. Again, Sir Junice, thank you so much for inviting me over. And
ayan.
Let's go Europe.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you po. Okay. Yeah, nakita tayo dun sa Europe para sa mga international student natin dyan. So thank you so much. Ayan, ang Business Development Officer ng Inupac Philippines. Ayan, finisher natin ngayon ang University of Turku, si Sir Timmy. Thank you, sir, and see you soon.
Thank you so much, Sir Gina. Thank you so much. Have a great day po. Enjoy the rest of the week or your weekend pala.
Okay, maraming salamat. Bye. Okay, so yan guys, ang ating representative, no, for those who are planning to study in Finland, at least now nakikita natin na there are so many benefits, lalo na sa mga kababayan natin, kasi di ba iba pa rin that you'll be studying in Europe and you will get to experience ang buhay doon, you get to experience yung pagtatrabaho doon, and of course, you get to experience na mag-aral ka doon, studying with other nationalities. Pero, yan, para sa mga kababayan natin, ulitin lang po natin, the tuition fee is very affordable. Yung mga courses nila, ito yung mga in-demand para sa mga kababayan natin. Kasi syempre, there is no other way but going up, di ba? If you wanted to focus on your profession, then better to take master's courses po. Lalo na po if you're going to study pa na nasa Finland. So again, we have ongoing promotions. Kaya sa mga kababayan natin, better to avail that kasi nga laging limited edition lang yan. Limited edition. Limited slots lang in-offer kasi natin na 25% discount. And it depends kung saang branch po tayo, no? Pero sa mga viewers po natin, if you wanted to avail our free assessment and consultation, all you need to do is, you can message us sa Facebook page na pinapanooran nyo ngayon. So we have 7 branches in the Philippines and we have 2 in United Arab Emirates. So i-avail nyo na yan, guys, and we hope that we can help you sa yung plan of studying and maybe becoming a permanent resident doon po sa Europe. So specifically sa Finland. So maraming salamat for watching today, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Ayan. At saka siyempre magkita-kita tayo next week naman. I think I will be with University of Niagara Falls. Ayan, sa lahat ng mga kababayan naman natin who are planning na mag-masters naman sa Canada. So thank you for today, guys, and God bless everyone. Bye.
Migrating to Australia and Canada is not hard as you think. The Visa Center makes things easy for you. We offer different pathways: student visa, tourist visa, permanent residence, and work permit with PR. What separates the Visa Center from the rest? We are giving you free consultation and assessment. We have competent immigration consultant who will guide you all the way. Flexible payment schemes. Transferable application with no expiry contract. Our delighted clients who are now in both countries can vouch for our brand of service. The award we received this year is a testament of our passion and commitment to serve you better. And because we want to serve more people, we now have 7 branches in the Philippines: Cabiao, Nueva Ecija, Lipa, Batangas, Santa Maria, Bulacan, Gapan, Nueva Ecija, San Fernando, Pampanga, Ortigas, and Santiago, Isabela. We also have offices in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The management's commitment to provide excellent service spells the big difference. The Visa Center can make your dreams a reality. Call us now.